was actually you guys should start getting Eat a Bullet merch.
That's fantastic.
I said, yeah, great. Lots of good Gord stuff going on. Very happy for Gordon and his show. Come together. Music. I don't know how that song goes. Hi there. Happy Wednesday. It's July 17, 2019, and I'm Eric. Talking at you as always from beautiful downtown Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, where, well, at least anti-vaxxers can use that new aging app to see what their children would have looked like if they'd made it to 7 years old.
I didn't see that coming. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's just great. Have you heard about the backlash going on about that app, by the way?
I have. That's why it's relevant.
That's so fucking funny. Because I have like a good dozen friends on Facebook that are all posted thinking, you're all fucked now. And I'll give that app credit. It's pretty fucking wild.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's very impressive, but not enough for me to, because I don't want to know what I look like when I'm fucking 90. I don't give a shit.
I'm halfway there. I don't want to see more than I can already see.
Exactly. I got a mirror.
Because
that shit fucking wrinklier.
In my mind, I'm nowhere near as, like, I will pass by a window and make fun of the old guy in it. And then I don't look like, in my mind, I don't look like I look. So the last thing I need is to look 10 years worse. No. See, I walk past the mirror and I'm just like, fuck, that guy is sexy. Yeah, well, I can do that. I'm like, hey, that's a good-looking old man. Who's that guy that's 20 years older than me? Oh, shit, why is he wearing my clothes?
Well, when I shaved off the beard again, I swear it just knocked off an additional 20 years off me. I
it always does.
25-year-old again.
I wish I could have the commitment to shave every day because I look terrible with a beard. But I'm lazy. Very, very, very lazy. Hi, world. All you 9,000 of you in 15 countries. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in again. I had a nice little chat with a fellow podcaster on Facebook today about how cool it is when you see other countries in your stats.
That's fucking wild.
He posted, is anyone else, am I the only one who gets excited when I see other countries in my stats? And I said, not by a long shot, buddy. So the only thing that feels cooler than when you notice a new country pop up is when you notice that country stays. And they're always there.
That's the trick. Yeah, that's right.
Because we had, way back in the day, we had Germany, just very, very briefly. And it was just Ashburn, Virginia, and Germany. And then Germany disappeared after a couple episodes, and it made me sad.
Probably because we talked shit about Germany.
Well, yeah, I didn't do us any favors, that's for sure.
I mean, I talk shit about fucking Apple. Now they won't fucking even post their shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to wonder because no one else has this issue. But
I'm not even going to apologize for it. Fuck
you, know
Apple. You're going down.
I would apologize, but here's two things that you got to know. Germany, you're weird. Apple, you suck. You both know it. Come on. Germans are some of the smartest people on the planet. They got to know they're weird.
Oh, come on. They have to.
And I don't...
That would just be dumb if they couldn't.
One of the most attractive human beings on the planet was sort of German.
Who's that?
She was actually French, but she lived in Germany.
Who's that?
I don't want to name her, but she worked at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She was French, but lived mainly in Germany for most of her life. And
she's an awesome person, too.
Ridiculously attractive to me. I still have a crush on her. She did my orientation, and that was it. I was in love.
I will bet you fucking anything that she was just an absolute knockout when she was fucking like in her early 20s.
Yeah.
Like just beyond stunning.
Never laughed at a single thing I said the entire time I worked there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, she always laughed at me, my joke. She always laughed at she always laughed at me.
Didn't find me funny at all. But she did tell Ashley that she was a very lucky girl, so that was cool.
There you go. That's the thing.
But I'm not going to say who it was, just in case Bed Bath people are listening. If you can't put that together, guys.
I don't think she works for them anymore.
No. Well, most of the people I'm referring to probably don't.
No.
There's a big exodus after I left. I can see why.
Oh, fuck yeah. Like as soon as I left, the place just fell apart anyway, so. I
haven't been back, I don't think, since you left. I went back with Aurora one time when she was like very, very little. You were still there though at the time. But you weren't working, I think.
I walked in there a couple of times, and actually one of my favorite things was when I went back to the Bed Bath store here in fucking just outside of Milton. And I walked in, I was talking to the one guy about oh no, it was in BC. I went in there and there was some new girl that was working in the bedding department. And so I walked up and what happened was I just got talking to a customer and ended up selling them like 2 sets of sheets, a duvet cover. I wasn't even working. I ended up just like sending them a whole bunch of stuff. And this girl just stood to the side, watched. And she comes over, she goes, "Hey." And I'm like, "Hey." She goes, "You work here?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, not anymore." I said, "I used to." She goes, "You know a lot about bedding." I said, "I used to run this division." I said, "Yeah, I know everything." She goes, "What do you know about curtains?" I'm like, "Oh, enough I could sell them." She goes, "Can you teach me?" "Yeah." "You got time?" She goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Let's go." So I just took her over there. Here's some selling tips. Here's how you sell this. Here's what you do this. Here's how you introduce this. Here's how you look for this. And I just sort of, so she's like, "Oh my God." She goes, "Why aren't you working here anymore?" I said, "Because I was too good for this place. So I moved on to better things." She's like, "Yeah, no, that makes sense."
I would have immediately marched upstairs and invoiced Greg.
Oh, they would have taken me back in a heartbeat. I didn't leave on bad terms with them.
No, I would have given them an invoice. "I just trained your employees. Here's my bill."
Yeah.
I expect prompt payment.
I will get paid in cash, please. Thank you.
He probably would have paid it too. All right. I don't want to reminisce this whole episode. We have things to talk about tonight.
Yeah, we got some big issues tonight.
We did a nice sloppy one last night. The only thing I really wanted to just touch on Trump right away, because he, I'll be cheesy like everyone else and use casino references. Trump really doubled down on his racist statements today, because he was asked, "Doesn't it concern you?" Saying things like that, like, "Aren't you concerned?" And his big response was, "It doesn't concern me because a lot of people agree with me."
It's so genius in its stupidity.
You know, and the thing about, I was really looking hard today, and the closest thing that they can come up with as a defense is Donald Trump is not a racist. He just does and says racist things all the time.
He's not a racist. He just talks like one.
Just everything he says and does is racist. But he is not. Our president is not racist. He is. He very much is. He has been. You can find many examples just on a regular Google search of racist things he's done. Long before he ever got involved in politics.
Oh yeah.
He's a racist dude, and he likes that the white supremacists use his stuff for leverage. He's a sick racist bastard.
They did the vote in the Senate about to start the proceedings to impeach him for these racist comments.
They either impeach or censure or at least slap him on the wrist. And
it got downvoted 360 something votes to 91.
I didn't hear the results.
Yeah.
So they're not going to do anything.
No, there's nothing they can do because
they're not even going to censure him or give him a reprimand or
for what? The vast majority of the people in the government say what he said wasn't directly racist. Because again, you could paraphrase it and make it sound racist. But when you take the statement for what it was directly, for what he said directly, and put those words into anybody else's mouth, you would not consider that to be a racist statement. Because he didn't say, because what it's all in the liberal media is being paraphrased as he told them to go, like, basically go back to Africa.
Well, he did say go to your own countries and fix them if you know so much better. And their own country is America. That's my big problem with it. They're all Americans. They're all one came as a teenager. The others were born there. Like what countries is it's a stupid thing. And we covered it last night. I don't want to get back into it, but just he's a big fat racist. And if I had some racist sound effects, I'd play them. I'll add them tomorrow for sure.
Oh, that'll be great.
The man shouldn't be running a country. I'm sorry. He just this is just too much.
But this is exactly what, I mean, I know I've been begging for this for fucking decades. Wouldn't it be nice to have somebody to come in that has no political fucking following whatsoever, does not have any political background, wasn't raised in this fucking industry, to have them come out and just be overtly opinionated about everything? We've dreamed of having this. Now that we have it, and everybody's like, oh my God, this is what happens.
Well, because the things he is so overt with are not shared by regular smart people. The racism, the pro-sexual comments, the hit her right in the pussy bullshit. I like his take a stance. I like his hard line on things. I really do. God damn the air in this room. I don't like the hard line on immigrants should die and women are inferior and I want to make out with my daughter.
I mean, again, I'm not saying the guy's a great choice. I'm just saying you get what you ask for.
I truly hope that he does inspire others to run in an election. He's proved that you don't have to be part of that in crowd. And that's all I've ever wanted. That's what my whole point of running for mayor was to prove the point that he has proven. So hopefully someone else picks up the torch and runs with it now. Someone worth our respect.
I don't think it'll happen. I think he's actually pushed it back by 20 years simply because he took it too far.
I hope there's a lot of Americans on couches going, oh, hell, I can do that. And
but they're all inbred idiots that can't fucking do it. So. Well,
maybe.
Yeah.
But let's hope. That's all I can hope. If any good comes from his presidency, that's what I hope it is.
I agree.
That's all I had to say about Trumpy. I think he's gonna win. We have exactly 100 days until our election.
I'm so fucking terrified for it.
It's a lose-lose for us, no matter what happens, because it's a two-party race, and they're both, one's an idiot and one's the devil. There's no, there's no winning.
No, there's no winning with a Canadian election. There's not, because you're either going to get Scheer, who's a fucking, well, he's just a twat, and Trudeau, who's, well, just a fucking twat.
Yeah.
So literally, you're literally just voting for two extreme variations of each other on polar opposites.
You know, it's too bad Beardy Mustacherson did such damage to the NDP that Jagmeet couldn't pull him back. He was such a bad choice.
Yeah.
And I knew it the minute I saw him. Jagmeet won't be anywhere near the podium on this one. I think I still maintain we're going to have a Vodka Bakwa in third place.
No, I have a weird feeling that the Green Party is going to come up in third.
All those French that were part of the Orange Tide of Jack Layton's fame, he got so many French voters to vote NDP. I think they're all going to go right back to their Quebecois roots. So that we'll put a friendly wager on that. You say Green, I say French. if they don't really pull it out and become the official opposition, which would be a great statement if they did that.
Absolutely.
I would love to see like the majority of Canada vote Quebecois just to send a message to the top two that we're not voting for either of you.
I would be heartbroken if Quebecois fucking hit big.
Oh yeah, it would be absolutely detrimental to the country if it happened, but it would be such a great message to the Conservatives and the Liberals that no, we're willing to go Quebecois over you. That would be fantastic. I really wish Stockwell Day could pull out his Reform Alliance party and run it this year. I think that would be great.
I didn't like him. I strictly didn't like the looks of him.
I didn't like him either. He was a smarmy guy. I didn't like him. I do now. I give him more credit than I did at the time. And I think he would be a good alternative if he listened to Joe Clark and he did what their party is kind of designed to do. It would be better than what we're going to get stuck with, because we're going to get stuck with Uber Trump, the guy who's just trying to out Trump, and we don't share that value. We can't be American as we run our country, or we get 4 more years of just this god awful what we've been going through.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Either way, what we're looking at is 4 years. Like you might as well just put in your headphones until 2023.
Yeah. Because
it doesn't matter who wins. All we're looking at is 4 years of dismantling the last 4 years and redoing them.
Yep.
Either Justin is going to correct all his mistakes, or Andrew Scheer is going to erase everything he did. Either way, it's just 4 years of no progress, just going back and fixing the past 4 years' mistakes. It's going to be a very hard time to get any money from the government. It's going to be a hard time to get anyone to agree on anything. It's just going to be 4 wasted years, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
It sucks when this happens. This is kind of what they handed to Kim Campbell and said, hey, okay, you want to be the first women prime minister? Here you go, have this bag of shit for a couple months.
Yeah, exactly.
No offense to Kim Campbell, she's a wonderful lady, but they just, you can't hand someone a flaming bag of poo and expect them not to step on it. It's that's what she got, and they look at the first women prime minister. She sucked. Well, no, she didn't suck. You can't.
She had nothing to go with.
No, you can't hand someone a melting candle and try to get them to put it back together.
No.
I'm trying to come up with a good metaphor, and whatever. Later, I will. I'll have a brilliant one by the end. I promise. It won't matter anymore. But yeah, we're looking at a shitty 4 years, and whoever the opposition to, well, unless we get a minority government, in which case we're probably looking at a shitty 2 years and another election.
Yeah, but
which is that's what the polling is showing we're in for now, is a Trudeau minority, which will be a nightmare. Because everything that happens in a minority government depends on the opposition agreeing with it. We have that situation in BC right now. We have a minority government. It's horrid.
Yeah, I was just saying, how well is that working out?
Oh, the Greens can hamstring them anytime they want. The only reason the Greens aren't is because then they lose too. So you end up with two parties not doing anything they said they would, because one can't lose the support of the other, and the other wouldn't be in a position of power without the first one. So if they both lose if they do anything extreme that they promised to do when they got in. So nothing really is accomplished. You end up with a goddamn pipeline fight that goes on for 2 years, even though you bought it and paid for it and you're just sitting on it.
Yeah, fucking stupid.
The Greens aren't going to completely say no to anything, because then they're out. They only have the one deciding vote, and if they don't vote with the NDP, then they don't get to be in the spotlight anymore. And the NDP isn't going to do anything anti-green because they can't lose that support. So nobody does anything. It's a minority government is such a stupid thing. You should just have an automatic revote. Why pretend it's going to work? It never does.
No, it doesn't. Ever.
It would be like if you and I didn't have equal say. One of us got to always have more say than the other on the show. Then guess what? Guess whose ideas go through every time.
Yeah. Which is why the show is called What If We're Right, because you can't just call it for what it is, which is why is Gord always right.
Well, yeah, exactly, right? I was talking about that last night. I was like, it wasn't that long ago that it was Is It Just Me? Maybe it should be called Could Still Be. Or Eric and Gord.
And then also very good and prove you wrong anyway.
Yeah, Gord's right, but he doesn't have a show anymore.com.
Yeah, that's exactly what it would be. It's funny because it's true.
And I could just, what happened to Gord? I don't know. He just stopped answering the phone. I don't know.
I don't know what happened to him. He's on everybody else's fucking shows now.
Everyone just lying your way in. Yeah, I love sewing. I'd love to be on your sewing podcast.
Yeah, sure. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because somebody on the podcast group had mentioned about they're doing an investigative, journalistic sort of show, and they're looking for having people that are like-minded. So all these people are calling in saying, "Oh, like I was an investigative journalist for many years, and I did this and all these amazing credentials." And I really considered thinking I should really just fucking sign up saying, I watch serial killer documentaries.
You should. I would love to see you go on every podcast, but and not even just throwing your own spin on things, but just whatever topic they're on, you're just super you. Like I mentioned sewing, you just be like, oh, this motherfucking thimble is like fucking. I love the fucking so crochet. Funny. I just blast a big blunt and fucking crochet my goddamn face off.
Have you ever gotten so high that you forget that you're crocheting?
My friend Mandy just recently posted these tea cozies, but they totally look like vaginas. Really? And I just love that the word is actually crotcheted. Yeah, crotcheting is awesome.
I love crotcheting.
Have you ever gotten so high you forgot you were crocheting? See, shit like that would be awesome. This is Betty Ann's gardening podcast where we talk about gardening with our friend Gord. I love these.
I fucking love this shit.
These fucking marigolds smell goddamn fucking delightful.
Their ratings would just go through the fucking roof.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's not a good Gord impersonation, but I'm working on it. I didn't have time to impersonate anybody today. It was a busy day. Where was I? I don't remember. That's it. Trump sucks. Oh yeah, we're on Trudeau. Yeah, fuck you.
Trudeau sucks. Fuck you.
Basically, that's it from now for the next 100 days. 100 days till election day. Hopefully Jack Meat pops up somewhere. At least he'll be entertaining for us. Because Lord knows we couldn't ask for 3 better contenders for a podcast.
Oh,
we're gonna have just so much to talk about.
It literally just writes itself. We just get to sit back and just throw our 2 cents worth at it.
Oh yeah, it's the best. I have to go invest in a radio, so I can start listening to CKNW and see what all the guys that steal our show or used to steal our show. I haven't listened in the last year. I don't know if they're still doing that. Probably more so than ever now, I would think. But
I would have to assume so. Yeah, that's why we got the boost in ratings. What they
have to say about it. I would actually really like for Christy Clark to get her show back. She never has to work again, so she probably won't. But I very much respected her opinion when she had her radio show, and that was one of the reasons she tricked me into liking her.
Yep, never listened to it. I have no idea what you're talking about.
But now that the smoke is cleared, if she went back to the radio, I'd probably listen and respect her again. She was a terrible premier. She's a big fat liar. But yeah, I'd listen to her again. I really liked her show. She's good. She's a great radio host.
Yeah. I'd say I'd listen, but we both know I wouldn't.
I was sad that she couldn't keep the show and be the premier. But you're not allowed to do that.
No.
Because you might come across as a little biased.
just a tad.
Yeah, talk about the liberal media. If the leader of the Liberal Party ran it, Jesus, that'd be fun. It'd be like Fox News, except different, more liberal. So leaders, we're all in for just as ours wraps up. Theirs will get going, and then we'll see Trudeau go make an ass out of himself, introducing himself to the new whoever it is. Could be Bernie Sanders. He's going at it again. Trump's got his work cut out for him.
I don't know, because the problem in the U.S. is that, again, it's the same as Canada. The problem is that you're just going. The people opposing are just so far extreme that they're trying to outdo each other with extremism.
Well, exactly. That's why we got Obama, and that's why we got Trump. We got the anti-Bush, the least Bush-like person out there. That's the only reason Obama won. And then he did fuck all for 8 years. And then we went, okay, well, if he didn't make it the Black House, he didn't spend the defense budget on spinning rims, so he was a big disappointment.
You gotta get the spinners.
That's what we thought it was going to be. I totally thought he was just going to be like, it's the Black House now, bitch.
Right? Shows up wearing fucking FUBU clothing.
But he did not. I would have liked that. I always thought it would be funny if he did that and it caught on around the world, and then he had the Pope get in on it, because I wrote a spoof song involving the Pope. It was a great time. It was 50 Cent. I'm the motherfucking POPE. It was good.
Oh, it's funny.
But no, he was a big letdown. He was very, very white when he got there.
Yeah.
That's racist somehow, I'm sure. Bring it on. Send me emails. If that's what I got to do to get them. Eric at ericgord.com. Gord at ericgord.com. Or send your voice. Send your voice and record yourself on Anchor. You can go and do it on Anchor, which is kind of a pain in the butt because you got to sign up for an account and stuff just to say hi. Or you can just go over to ericandgord.com, just saunter over there and click on the voice recorder button and talk for 10 minutes about whatever the hell you want. You don't even have to identify yourself. It can be totally anonymous. You just hit record and start talking. You don't have to fill out anything that says who you are. You don't have to tell us what you're going to say. The only thing I ask is that you tell me if you explicitly do not want your comments played on the air. Because if you don't tell me not to, I absolutely will do it. Other than that, knock yourself out. ericandgord.com. It's a great looking site. I looked at it today. It's fun.
I like our website.
I don't get to see it often because the site I use to build it is not, like, I don't see what the finished product is. I see a weird thing when I'm building it. It's all code and shit, right? I don't actually see the website until I finish and I get to go look at it, which I rarely have time to do. So yeah, it is neat. I like it. Where am I? Don't vote for retards or Jagmeet. Jagmeet, where are you?
Hey, what happened, buddy? Where'd you go?
Come out and say hi. Jesus Christ, you live like 20 minutes from me. Pop by. Be on the podcast. You might get a vote if you do that.
Yeah. At least.
He'll have a good showing, I think, in BC. He's done a lot of good ass sucking here, and he's got a lot of support in like Surrey and stuff. That's racist too, I guess, if that's the road we're going down. There's lots of Sikhs in Surrey. He's a Sikh guy. They'll support each other. So would I if I were a Sikh guy.
Yep. No, it's true.
And
we keep voting for white guys.
If that's racist, then whatever. It's true. I absolutely give him credit for showing up here and holding his Jag meet and greet. I thought that was brilliant. Puns always impress me, but he hasn't done anything since then. So.
Jag meet and greet.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. But he lost a lot of points with that fucking Game of Thrones bullshit, so.
Oh, yeah, absolutely did.
Shooting in the... Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What did you have? You want to do gays or you want to do your story?
No, let's do gays first.
All right. Hi, gays.
Hi, gays.
How you doing? Hey, this is nice because we're just on the heels of Pride kicking off right here in the beautiful city filled with beautiful gay people. Pride, I believe, first week of August here. It's a touchy one. It's this straight Pride thing is throwing a monkey wrench in everybody's big gay plans.
Well, you had to have seen it coming in today. You push about being gay so much that you basically are trying to make it feel like straight people are, like diseased or some shit. You gotta expect the pushback.
I'm surprised it caught on. It was a big scare in Calgary, but it didn't. When the time came, it didn't materialize like they thought it would. And straight people, stop it. It's stupid. But there's a reason. There's a reason you don't get straight Pride parade. And as I said earlier, it's the same reason there's not cemeteries for living people.
That's right.
It's stupid. Stop it. What comes next? Pedophile pride and all kinds of idiot pride crap. These people fought long and hard to get the rights they've got. Let them have them. We never did. We never fought for anything. You don't fight for the right to be white and privileged.
No. Well, technically, we did fight, but we just fought unfairly.
Exactly. I had this fight with my roommate about, he said how Canada is changing and how we used to value human life, and now because of the way things have changed, no, we did not. We rode on trains and fucking shot them for sport when we first got here. Tell me we value human life.
No, we don't.
We are all, our country's 150 years old. The first immigrants are still alive. So, the country's changed so much since those people started coming. Who? Us? We are those people, you idiot. It's been 100 years.
Yeah. We still are those people.
Yeah.
Look how we still treat the natives, for Christ's sake. I mean,
Donald Sutherland is still kicking. He was one of the first. He's 102 or something like that. My roommate was in residential school. Like, he's our age. He got the big settlement. He was one of the, like, you think that was a thing that happened years and years ago. No, it was people our age suffered that. Yeah. That horrible, terrible, most racist thing in the world. No other country's ever done something so sadistic. Oh, but our country changed so much since those brown people came, and they don't respect we don't respect our whatever.
We don't have a way of life. I mean, that's the thing. Like, when you sit back and you say, like, what would you consider to be, like, Canadian? I mean, like, what are you going to sit there and say? We watch, hockey games? We have barbecues all year round? That's
about it. There are some distinctly Canadian things, like poutine, but that we don't have a distinct, 150 years ago, we were the niggers, the Irish and the Scottish. We were the ones that couldn't get jobs. We had to move to Manitoba because they wouldn't hire us in Ontario. So when you talk about these people, we were these people just a couple years ago.
I mean, poutines are new. Like, you can't even call that a true Canadian thing. It's because it's too new.
Well, I think we are new. You know, it was really, speaking of this, a conversation I overheard on the SkyTrain, which I constantly do. So if you ever see me on a train, guaranteed I'm listening in on whatever you're saying. But it was some teenagers, high school age. I don't know. I can't tell them apart. They're all 12 in my mind. I don't know. These are high school age people talking about their parents and the year that their parents came here. And they said, my parents came here about 1999. And then the other girl's eyes looked all buggy, and she said, no, they weren't boat people. Do you remember the boat people?
The boat people?
I think. Oh, you would have been in Ontario at the time when the boats just started showing up, and they were like derelict boats filled with immigrants who had tried to come here illegally, and they tried to get in And it was like the boat people, and you could see them drifting into the harbor for like 3 weeks, right? And it was this big thing, the boat people, and then we had to process them all, and it was a big thing, and like they all got turned away. But eventually, I guess some of them got in, and whatever, they got processed as refugees. There's like 30,000 people or whatever. But now that's a thing for first-generation Canadian kids. Some of their parents were the boat people. And they're talking about that. And I was like, oh, my God, I remember because I worked at a gas station, and it was right on the harbor, and you could see the boats. And we're like, oh, my God, the boat people. Like, it was like a horror movie. The boat people are coming. What do we do? And it was like, they're all emaciated. They haven't eaten in 3 weeks on the ocean. But yeah, now they're here and they have kids, and these kids, their parents were those boat people. And it's like, if you're our age and you remember the boat people coming, it would be weird that now they're integrated and they're a part of it. And it's got to be hard for a child to talk about how they're one of the boat people. Like, it wasn't necessarily a derogatory thing, but it was just such a huge thing.
That's really funny.
So it threw me for a loop the other day. I forget where I was going. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I'm interested in that's kind of been forgotten. I forgot all about it until they mentioned it.
Clearly, I forgot that. I barely even know what the fuck you're talking about.
I forget where they were mostly from. A weird country. Well, no country's weird. I don't mean it like that. I just mean a not frequently referenced country. Like I don't know. I don't remember. We'll have to look them up. The boat people of 1999. Anyway, I was talking about gays, not boat people.
That's right. Yeah, we went way off topic on that one.
We did. So, and hey, gay boat people, this involves you too.
That's right.
Professors at Johns Hopkins University, very respected place that does lots of cool investigations into things. They conducted a study, a massive 3-part study, 8 studied children for 12 years, came up with a 143-page report that claims, I should say, that there is absolutely no evidence to suggest that anybody is actually born gay. Gay brains are different. It's not inborn. There's nothing showing that it's inborn.
So I guess they're basically suggesting that if you're gay, it's because of your either upbringing, your surroundings, things like that.
The way they said it was exactly basically what you said. It's either environmental or I had it written down because it sounded good, and I want it to sound like it was my idea. And I can't find it now. Yeah, but exactly what you just said. Environmental or it could just develop later. Your brain could change as you develop. They can't say that. But it's not genetically hereditary. Apparently, it's not. You're not born that way. It doesn't come from your parents. Gay parents could have straight kids, and vice versa. There's no hereditary link. It's not genetic, is what they said, and I can't find where they.
Hereditary makes sense. I understand, but it wouldn't be hereditary. That just makes sense. But I think I do believe that there are, you're just, when you're born, you're born, and because you're born as a boy, you're born as a girl, you're raised to be with the opposite sex, and it just never seemed right until you finally discover that you are just, it turns out I'm just into people my own sex.
But to that note, the 80% of respondents who identified or had homosexual tendencies up until the age of 7 to 12, after the age of 12, 80% of them identified fully heterosexual. So I guess everybody's a little bit gay when you're little, and you outgrow it.
Either outgrow it or you embrace it. It's one of the two.
Yeah, exactly. Now these I didn't read it in depth how like what they did to influence these kids, if anything. I don't know what the variables were. If they, maybe, to put dresses in one room and jeans in the other and see what the kid comes out with when he's 12. I don't know. But I don't think they kept the kids in a room till they were 12 either. That would be not a good.
Yeah, that's just fucked up.
Hey, all you boys stay in this room till you're 12 and see if you're gay.
Let me know at what point you look at the other guy and start thinking, I need that dick in my mouth.
100% of them came out gay. Guaranteed. 100% identified as gay after that study. And can I just say, gay men, and this is only gay men, I've never had this with a lesbian person, but if someone else can pipe up and educate me, please do, Eric at ericgord.com. Gay men, please stop with what Gord just said. That is not an attractive pickup line, and I hear it way more than I would like to. Stop saying that. You're never going to convince a dude with that. I don't know if maybe gay guys, that's their big line, but it's not working on that. If you got a guy on the fence, that's pushing him in the opposite direction every time. Like, every time I hear it, I just think, my God, how do women put up with that shit? Like, what do men say to women?
That's the thing, because if a woman just walks up to a guy and says, I'd love to suck your dick, there's a lot of guys who are like,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, I understand that because you're still talking the guy, even if you're gay, you're still got that guy mentality. No, you're still going to send your boyfriend dick pics. You're still going to,
yeah, but,
come on, dude, suck my dick. You know what I mean? Like,
I would never walk up to a woman who I might potentially sleep with and say something like that in any regard. Not to someone I didn't have like an already pre-sexual relationship with. But I have had it from several gentlemen, if I can use the term so loosely, who just lean over and say that to me. And it's like, what? In what universe is that appropriate?
In the gay universe, that goes over quite well.
I'm not offended by the gayness of it. I'm flattered, partially, but no, you're not floating my boat with that kind of talk.
See, I once got a date with a woman strictly because out of a random conversation where it was I was in BC and I was talking to this couple as a guy and a girl. I was at the bar alone one night and I got talking to these couple. They're really funny. And we're shooting the shit, and the conversation had gotten over to a bit of a sexual tone, and I just said, look, and I said it kind of loudly, and I just go, look, you'll be hard-pressed to find any other man in the world that can eat a pussy better than I can. And this girl from behind me just sort of pipes up. She goes, really? I said, I just looked at her very, very frankly. Keep in mind, I was drinking, so I was, my trepidation wasn't there anymore. I just sort of said, oh, trust me, I'll have you screaming and panting in no time. And I got a date out of her from it.
Well,
so it does work, You
might be up against some stiff competition, pun intended.
No, I'm not.
Because I heard a girl in the park yesterday at lunchtime talking about her girlfriend's brand new vibrating tongue ring. That's a thing you could get, apparently.
That's been around for fucking years.
A vibrating tongue. I have had no experience with a vibrating tongue ring, but that's good on you, girls, for that. Very impressive.
I will say this.
As I go to bed with my flashlight.
My resume actually has. Oh no, you know what? I'm not sure if I can say this on the air. Can I say this on the air?
Can you keep it?
No, I don't know if I can.
Can you keep it below our X-rated?
Well, it's not that. It's just. Give me a second. Let me think about the verbiage here. You know what? I can. Since it happened in BC, I can use this.
Wait, what does the provincial have to do with it?
because I know people here as well where it could be misconstrued that I'm talking about somebody else.
I just thought you meant, we'll never get listened to in Saskatchewan after I'm done.
No. There's somebody on Ontario that they can be misconstrued that I'm talking about them, but I'm not. I had a threesome with these two girls, and one of them was a lesbian, and the other one was not. But they wanted to have a threesome with me, so I'm like, all right, let's do this sort of thing. And when I went to town on the lesbian, she literally said, "There's never been a man or a woman alive that's ever done to me what you did."
Wow.
And I wear that badge with absolute pride.
And let me just further what Gord said by if anyone can misconstrue that I may be talking about them, probably am, and it's all you can guarantee. It's probably you. If you think it's you, it's probably you. just so you know.
No.
Just very considerate of Gord to discern like that. I won't, because I can't.
I don't normally, but I had to in this situation.
It's very, very diplomatic of you. I on the other hand, just assume it's you. Whoever you are, it's you. Good or bad, it's you. Could be several of you at once, and I'm just combining your wonderful tales into one big fat lie. You never know.
Hey, we can't live vicariously through each other, then what's the fucking point of being alive? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Oh, I've got some good tales, but they don't ever involve me allowing you to go down on me with that horrible, filthy tongue. I'm a gentleman, goddammit. Treat me like one.
No, I'll treat you like the whore that you are.
You might get somewhere, fellas. You won't, but you might. I'll let you buy me drinks and figure it out.
Well, do I have to buy you dinner too? I mean, drinks I can handle. Do I have to buy you dinner too? That could be a little pricey.
I have never been out with a gay man who has ever bought me dinner. They're not. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. We still have to have the conversation, even if in some doppelganger universe you convinced me. If you're a toque, I'm out. That's a deal breaker. So that's got to be a conversation to be had before the next.
I'm a what?
A toque. I won't get with a toque.
I don't know. What does that mean?
A toque. There's two types of men in the world. There's toques and helmets. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, no. I couldn't. No.
Toques are terrible.
Toques are out.
That's a deal breaker, gentlemen. I've always said that toques freak me out. They're freaky and disgusting. I don't know, and you can't get rid of them. It's a dangerous operation after a certain point.
Yeah.
And that's not a funny thing. I know because I happen to be related to one who tried to get it removed and could not. There's a certain age where you're just stuck with that filthiness.
Yeah. No.
Don't let your babies grow up to be toques. That should be a country song.
No more toques. They'll assume we're talking about hats.
Don't let your babies grow up to be toques. Well, I guess some of another group of people I encountered when I got on this in high school. I've been afraid of toques. That they went with elephants and rockets.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what school of vernacular you come from. I prefer toques because it's a funny word and you get the point across.
We use the term hoodies.
Hoodie, yeah. If you got a hoodie, you don't got hunty. Let's put it that way. Yeah, that's just wrong. Everybody's fine. You're all God's children. You're all beautiful. Whatever. Toques are gross.
No.
I think
clean that shit up. Snip it out.
The Bible doesn't say so, but toques are God's punishment for what he did.
Fantastic.
That's what women get for the rest of their lives. That can't be like. It's got to be like a slot machine every time you're pulling down a zipper. Just like oh damn it.
Oh, you're one of them. God damn it.
Has anyone please email me, guy or girl, please email me and tell me if you just slammed the door right there. I mean, like, nope, sorry.
How far have you ever gone to the point where you like literally dude whips it out and you're just, and all of a sudden you say just like no, not doing it.
The like you think for the most part, 99% of people, once you're already there, you're gonna like you kind of feel like you have to go through with it. I know I hooked up with an incredibly hairy person that I didn't know until it was too late. But I just went for it.
I used to think I was into that until I actually got into it. I'm like, ew, no, I don't need to be picking this out of my mouth for the next fucking day.
I don't mind 70s bush in the proper areas, but there's other areas of your body I expect maintained to a certain degree. And that may be shallow or whatever. Shave your pits. Just do it. Don't look like a dude. Unless you are. That's fine. But if you're not, then don't. Trim it up. I don't get the hairy women. But I don't mind the 70s bush. I like that. That's fun. You can keep that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not going to stop me for what I'm going to do best, but it definitely is going to hinder me because I like a little more freedom to roam.
Sure.
Too much hair gets in the way.
I don't mind. I like it. It's kind of like just swimming in a bunch of seaweed or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not a great thing.
I don't mind. I like it. I just fucking kneecap the belly button. I don't mind. But beyond that region, clean it up. And don't shave it either, because that's weird.
Yeah, unless if you're going to shave it, like, constantly.
No, don't at all, because then you look like a little girl, and that's creepy. If you want to put, like, a heart or something, that's cool. Or, like, an arrow. My initials, that's always fantastic. I like that.
Yeah.
But don't shave it completely. That's weird. And all you new foreign listeners, this is all good tips for when you come to Canada. Things that should be on the citizenship test.
Yes, absolutely agree.
Proper, I don't want to call it manscaping. I hate that.
But it's true.
Dudes, come on. You get to have sex with them. Spend a little time cleaning it up down there. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to stick that in some girl's face? Make it presentable.
Yeah.
I clean them right up.
If you want her to laugh when she's down there, don't have something to tickle her fucking nose.
No, clean it up. Trim it back so you can see the forest for the trees. Fuck, I do them right up. I got Brill cream. I put a little bow tie on him. He looks good.
And think about it, guys. It makes it look bigger.
He's my little Bond. Oh, it does. That works. Crazy. Crazy good. It's good. Illusion. I never tried to get away with like sleeping with a girl in the States and be like, but baby, it's metric.
I am 18 millimeters.
I haven't had to have that conversation like that. Jeez. I got to do that with my age one time and got into a bar. That was amazing.
Well, yeah. Well, that works.
Very drunk doorman who bought that. And I love in the States when they're like, sir, there's a 2-drink minimum. And you're like, oh, okay. Don't think we'll have a problem there, pal.
Yeah. I thought you said maximum. I was about to get fucking worried and leave.
No, yeah. I love how they do that in the States. There's a 2-drink minimum. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, you're serious?
All right there, amateur. No problem. I'll get that covered.
I had 2 while you were saying that. What's up with you?
Yeah, exactly. You not been paying attention?
American.
You think when I got these 14 shots that this is for the table? No, I'm just getting started. What the fuck?
Yeah. Give me a round of shots. You're by yourself, sir. You're slowing things down. Oh, man, Americans are funny. I can't wait to get on a road trip this year.
Yeah.
And we will rock with our American friends. I'm trying to work it out for August. Somehow. Just come to Ontario and do it. I don't know how we're going to pull it off, but we're going to pull it off. I need to get to America and visit all these wonderful people who listen to our show.
Yeah, we're going to have a fuck of a good time. There's no getting around that.
This is my... So, yeah, did I make a point there? You're not born gay. And stop being dirty about it. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
You might be born gay. They don't know, but there's no proof. But even if you are, they're not saying it means anything. They're just saying there's no proof you're born that way. And that was all I had. Gays and Trump's a liar. No, racist. We're going on racist, not liar today.
Well, he is a liar, but yeah, he's a racist liar. Because he lies about being a racist. So
he's not a racist. He just does and says things that are racist all the time. Everything he says and does is racist. He's not. Which I guess
is defense. That's amazing.
Well, it's just the closest thing they can come up with. Even Republicans are scratching their head on this one. They're just, what the fuck? Okay, I'm coughing. Carry the show for me. I need a drink.
No problem. Okay. So the other thing that I wanted to bring up was I heard this fascinating thing today on the CBC radio where they were talking about music being used as a form of warfare.
Oh my God, I forgot what you were about to talk about. This is very exciting.
This is absolutely fascinating to me because like they hit all the different areas, like, you know, how like nowadays they use it as a form of psychological warfare by playing like Nirvana and Metallica more specifically as forms of torture. And it makes guys crazy. It puts them off their game, and it makes them delirious with rage, and they end up not being able to handle it and take it anymore, and they end up just talking.
Well, can you imagine if all you've heard your entire life is like Muslim chanting music, like that pseudo Bollywood stuff, but without the flash and then you get fucking in utero pumped into your head for the first time?
Oh, it would be a mind fuck completely.
Oh, that's
no getting around that.
I would love to be able to forget that I ever heard Nirvana and hear them again for the first time. Anyway,
see, I'm on the other side of saying I just wish I could forget I ever heard Nirvana.
Yeah, right.
But what I found really interesting about this was that
you should like him. He did what you tell everybody to do.
What's that?
He actually did what you tell everybody to do. You'd think you'd have a little respect for him.
Yeah, but he just took too long to do it.
He did need a bit. All right, I'll quit interrupting you now.
What I was most amazed about with this was that in World War I and World War II, it was actually used against the Americans.
I can see that being so effective.
Being what?
It would be so effective on me.
Yeah, which, I mean, like, when they first said it, I'm just thinking, how the fuck are you, like, I didn't understand, like, what are you, blasting your traditional music and Americans just didn't like it? No. What they were doing was they would actually play music from, like, American music that was, like, popular around the time, and they would play that music in order to make the Americans miss being in America, miss being at home, makes them sad, makes them depressed, makes them slow and sluggish off their game, and then they can take advantage of the situation and kill them.
Yeah, it's a brilliant and horribly cruel strategy.
Yeah.
But you got to think, you're a kid, you're away from home, mostly for the first time, in a weird country where the food sucks and everything smells weird and your clothes don't fit, and you don't want to be there yet. It just sucks, and you're probably going to die. That's always on your mind, too.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you hear the music that you sort of grew up with, and there it is playing, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, genius.
Cruel, but so effective.
Yeah. So then, like, you know, when the Geneva Convention got involved with war and said, okay, now you're not allowed to torture people anymore and all this other shit. So what they discovered was, well, we don't need to physically torture them if we just play music loudly.
Yeah.
And it became even more effective than torturing and than waterboarding, you know, which is just incredible because a lot of times they just literally just start, as soon as they hit play on the music, the guy's like, fuck it, I'm done. What do you want to know?
But that wasn't covered by the ban.
Well, no, because it's not, because you're not physically torturing them, and technically you're not mentally, you're literally just playing music. You're just playing music that a very large number of the population does enjoy. So just because you don't like it doesn't make it torture.
Oh no, the Jonas Brothers are torture. Come on.
I'm not going to argue that. I feel the same way about, you know, the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and all that shit.
Oh, you want me to confess to anything, or you want me to switch sides and bomb some American? You play some Bruno Mars for me.
See, if you want to see, I've always said this. If I am ever going to go on a fucking murderous rage, you'll know it because I don't walk around with headphones on ever unless I'm doing the podcast, just because I don't like not knowing what's around me. But if you ever see me walking down the street with headphones on and a gun in my hand, understand that country is being played. I will murder people to country because I hate country. New country specifically. Old country I'm fine with, but new country drives me up the fucking wall.
Well, if you really want to get me as the Manchurian Candidate, and I'll tell you, I'll be fucking Jason Bourne if you just have my mom playing in my head all the time. That will make me a very efficient killing machine. Just put my mom on the phone for an hour, and I'll fucking find Bin Laden. I'll wipe out anybody you want. But Bruno Mars, that chick's right up there. Anytime you play Bruno Mars, she drives me fucking crazy.
Oh man. But anyways, it was a fascinating article and thing to listen to. And when they posed the question, because the guy hosting it was like, because he was actually making the point of like, why aren't American citizens against this? Because now they're taking music that's supposed to be your escape, your form of your joy, your love, your passion, and it's being used to torture other people. Doesn't that bother you?
Hey, I get my 0.03 cents on Spotify no matter what, so I'm in.
Yeah. So the question got asked, to like a couple of random people that they had on the show, and one guy who is the fuck is he? He's a music. Only if he's a reviewer. I think he's a professional music reviewer.
Oh.
Yeah, one of those. But they asked him, they said, what about you? Like, this is your living. Your life is based off of reviewing music. How do you feel about music being used as a form of torture? And he goes, well, look, music is there to evoke emotion. That's what music is there for. It's there for open interpretation. It's there to evoke emotions. Whether it's positive or negative, that doesn't necessarily matter. So if you're able to take music that people love and enjoy and then play it for somebody else that is a war criminal or a criminal, whatever it might be, and play the music just to have them be like, you know what, fuck this, I hate this so much, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Absolutely. I think that's a great thing.
Sure.
And which I fully agree with too. So then the question became up to bands. How do bands feel about their music being used as, like forms of torture and things like that? And I'm pretty sure the bands have the exact same feeling.
I guarantee,
I'm fine with it.
If this is a new story that you've just read, I promise you, in the next 6 months to a year, every single band has a song on their album called Our Torture Song. And it's a song they've written specifically to be used as a torture song.
Yeah, I can see that.
Every band's going to have the torture song on their album. I'm writing one right now.
As we speak.
And I'm honored, Canadian military. If you want to use any of my songs to torture people, let me know. I've got a bunch of shitty ones.
I got some great material. You're going to fucking hate.
Some of my stuff that I quite like of mine is probably torturous to a lot of people. I think it's a great idea. I think it would be a brilliant idea. We forget the power of music, and we forget how we used to utilize it. I'm thinking back in like King Arthur days when you had a troubadour. He was your newsman. They would come and sing the news to you, and you had your court jester who would sing to just do. That's what they did. They entertained.
Yeah.
And they were the nosy neighbors and the guys who saw it all, and they put it in their songs, and they walked from town to town, playing for money, and they were very important in your mood.
Oh, absolutely.
And we've taken that away from people in a way, and we don't educate on music and what music did. Like Wagner could cause wars, and probably tried, the crazy bastard. But music is so powerful, and we've devalued it with some of the crap that we put out. But if pop music hadn't gone the way it did in the age of radio, it would be a lot more powerful than it is now. And we take away from its power, but I fully think it would be a neat area to explore psychologically.
No, absolutely.
Because there's no denying. You put on Judgment Night, and I want to get in a fight.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, fucking right.
Put on anything from Seasons in the Abyss is my workout album.
Classic album.
And I go, you put on Dead Skin Mask, and I'll bench 280. No, I won't. I'll bench like the bar, but you know what I'm saying. Try to make a point here. Back off.
I'll make it look like I'm benching 280.
Yeah. I'll be like that guy. And you remember Friday Night Lights? The one dude that does the steroids? And or no, Any Given Sunday. It was Any Given Sunday with Al Pacino. And the guy does the steroids, and he runs into the parking lot and just starts putting his head through all the windows.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Put on some old Slayer or some old Body Count. Actually, Body Count makes me want to like break dance and beat somebody up at the same time.
Which is great because now you're getting both sides of the aggression out.
Oh, exactly.
The happy and the angry.
Or there's so many albums that I can associate with a particular mood, and it will evoke that like immediately. Use Your Illusion 2. You throw that on, and I'll go make out with Tanya Wall, wherever the hell she is. So
if you play Lady in Red to me, I'll just immediately make it a song for me and a girl.
Yeah.
That was true for 3 girls, by the way.
The entire Use Your Illusion album, if you could make out for both CDs, you were a hardcore champ.
Oh, that's way too much dry humping.
Or Roxette. Throw on some Roxette. You'll see some love making.
Oh yeah.
Oh. See, you can throw out anything and it'll attach itself to an emotion, good or bad. But yeah, nothing more powerful than music to transport me. If you want me to be as close to hypnotized as I'll ever be, and I can't be hypnotized, but that's as close as I can get. You put on a song.
I used to think I couldn't be hypnotized until I got hypnotized. And I'm like, that's it. I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, some of the greats have tried. The late great Kreskin couldn't do it. Who's the other one that's not Kreskin?
I just remember Kreskin being the biggest.
Kreskin couldn't do it. He came to Kelowna.
He couldn't get you, eh?
No.
Were you sober?
I was.
Still couldn't get you.
No. Anyone whose mind is not trained, is not well disciplined and prone to listening, is more difficult. My mind will wander while you're talking. I'm thinking about 85 things while you're talking. I can't focus.
Yeah, I'm the same way, but I just found, because I went to one of those shows once and it never got me. But I sat in a room with a bunch of, literally just a bunch of friends. We just sort of sat around shooting shit. This one guy says that he's actually kind of good at it. So I'm like, well, fucking do it. And he actually fucking hypnotized me. I was blown away afterwards when I came out of it. It was like, holy fuck, Gord, you wouldn't believe it. You got up and pranced around the fucking living room singing fucking I Love Barney. I mean, like, it's the craziest shit in the world.
Yeah, I bought Kreskin a drink. Huge lush, by the way. Bought him a drink and talked to him about it. He said the best show he ever did in his life was on a German military base. And he said he had everybody, because they're just so disciplined and so programmed to listen that he said he could get anybody in a heartbeat.
Well, that's funny.
Yeah.
It means it'd be very easy to do in China, Japan.
Are you
very easy to.
Are you listening, American military? I'm giving this away for free.
Just letting you know.
Eric and Gord, what if we're right? Pay attention. You can hypnotize the whole fucking Chinese army in 5 minutes. You hire Kreskin. Get a guy like Kreskin. You tried it on goats, you freaks.
Yeah, freaky bastards.
You thought you could blow up goats, but you haven't tried this yet? How have you not figured this out? Music is torture. Use it, idiots. You know what great non-lethal warfare that is? And then throw in some subliminal hypnosis as you're playing the music.
Yeah.
How is this not just the easiest thing in the world? Well, don't take that. That's mine. But the second easiest thing in the world.
But you never thought your hashtag would be used for that.
It should be the second easiest thing in the world. Get some music that they love and throw some hypnosis in it. Throw some suggestions. I had a buddy who got hypnotized into not smoking. He went like 6 months without a cigarette.
Yep, I actually had a customer of mine that came in and talked about doing that. I personally will not allow myself to be hypnotized for that, just because you're allowing somebody to get into your brain that could put shit in there to make you do stupid shit when you hear a fucking bell ring or something. I do not want to be a part of that.
Yeah, neither do I. Well, I can't. You'll never beat me. And challenge extended to any hypnotist who wants to try. You can be just like the guy who fed me his paycheck's worth of GSB. Or GHB, sorry. GSB. GHB. Fed me his paycheck in GHB. Wouldn't believe me that it doesn't work on me. Oh, that was funny. He was mad.
That's the best, when they get fucking really mad and frustrated over that it didn't work.
I told you it wouldn't work. All you had to do was listen, Junior.
Oh, that's it.
But yeah, try it. Hypnotists. Get in touch. Eric at EricGord.com. Gord at EricGord.com. You can do it in person. You can try it over the phone lines. However you're more comfortable trying. I'd love it. I'd like to be proven wrong, to be honest.
Over that one you would, yes?
Oh yeah, it'd be neat. I think it would be a fun experience. Well, I guess you don't remember it or whatever, but
that's just it. Like, you don't remember it. Like, you don't know what happened, and that's, for me, that's the terrifying fact of it. Like,
that'd be funny if I'd been hypnotized all the time. Just sitting here, I'd never get hypnotized. This is impossible, but really, I've been hypnotized all the time. I just don't remember. You guys are all just laughing at me. He sure sounds stupid. No, you guys don't know. You don't know me yet. You will. Try to hypnotize me.
right. See what happens.
Yeah, I've never tried to learn hypnosis. I've tried to learn just about every stupid thing that you try to learn. Like I tried my hand at ventriloquism and magic. Obviously, everybody tries to do magic.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
I've never tried hypnosis. I mean, maybe that's why it can't happen to me, is because I'm supposed to be out there doing it.
Maybe.
Ooh, I think I just found my new hobby.
There we go. Do not fucking try it on me. I will kick your ass.
No, you won't know if I am.
No, but if I ever find out, I will kick your ass.
I'll only do it while you're driving.
That's great. Hit that kid. Okay. Bang. Which, speaking of, by the way, speaking of hitting children in a car, this happened yesterday and today. No, twice today. No, I think it was twice today. The first one was this morning, where a young girl, like a child girl, was riding her bike in Milton on Thompson Road, and she got up to this intersection, and she was waiting to cross, and the woman was going to turn. The girl made eye contact with the woman, the driver, and basically just, said, okay, I'm going to go. The woman waved around, so go ahead. So the girl goes, and the woman fucking hits her and runs her over. Broke her arm and fucked her bike up. So she posted, did you break her arm? No, I don't think she broke her arm. So they're sort of out looking for this lady, and then apparently a few hours later, what ended up being described as the same vehicle with the same female driver had hit another child.
Really?
Yeah, 2 fucking hits in one day.
She's out just targeting kids.
Yeah.
Women.
Told them, go ahead and cross, and then bam, runs them over.
Which I am not going to say not totally unfunny, but
pretty crazy.
Kind of scary. So was she apprehended, or?
Not as far as I've heard.
All right.
I'm literally just going to go up. I want to see if it's been any updates on this. Nobody has, the first woman has a full description of the vehicle. She even posted a picture of the vehicle, like not of the actual vehicle, but of the vehicle that looked like it, like that it was this type of vehicle.
Wow. You know what the illustrious You know what the illustrious VPD would do? The next weekend, there'd be all uniformed cops dressed like little kids on bikes. That's how smart they are around here. They put the uniformed cops as undercovers on the weekends, as if people don't recognize you. You're on the street every day. Guy's 7'4", giant, huge Conan arms, gray, ginger, super ginger, with a beard and a very distinctive tattoo. And then on the weekends, he's just dressed like a gangster walking into the street market. No, idiot. We know you're the giant fucking ginger cop. You can't use your uniform officers as undercover officers in the same neighborhood, you retards. Sorry, that's a little off topic, but it had to be said.
Absolutely.
So this woman, clearly psycho and a story to be followed. This is in Milton, or this is just...
No, this is in Milton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you checked the community events page to see if that's one of them?
I'm just going up on it right now. I want to see here. Hang on.
Check the community events page, or that page you were telling me about where you talk to each other.
Oh, so no, sorry, it didn't happen today. It happened, so here it is, on Milton Friends That Need Your Help. On Monday, July 15th, at approximately 1 p.m., my 14-year-old daughter was riding her bike south on Thompson Road. When she came to Kennedy Circle, a driver was stopped waiting to turn right. She made eye contact with the driver, who waved her across the road. When she was in front of the vehicle, the driver pulled forward and drove into my daughter, knocking her onto his hood, then onto Thompson Road, causing considerable damage to both her and the bike. The driver got out of the vehicle, assessed that she seemed to be okay, then got back in the vehicle and drove away.
Wow. And 14, that's, when you first told the story, I assumed the little kid maybe got the story wrong, maybe misconstrued. 14, probably not.
No. So the driver is a male, 60-plus years old, tanned, wrinkly skin, light eyes, whitening hair, worn in a longer style, wavy, wearing a green shirt and khaki loose pants. Gonna blame it on that Kurt Russell, Quentin Tarantino thing where he hits him with the cars? Yeah. No, so there's that one.
That is scary. That's genuinely scary. Be scared of that. Watch out for that. And if you see it, report it quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Where's the other one? Let me update that. There we go.
One more reason to visit Milton.
Here's another one that was posted yesterday. If your child was bike riding down Main Street towards DT and was hit by a car at Court Street North, I reported it to the police and description of the car. Please ask your child if he was hit by a car. It took him a few seconds to get up, but told me he was fine. The approximate time was 5:52 p.m. So 2 people.
At Gord Street?
No, at Court Street.
Oh, I thought you said Gord Street. And I was like, why are you making the thing of that? So you know what would be really sick if that was the driver riding in and just wants to hear about it now.
Yeah, it's quite possible.
That would be
cool. I read the comments. The driver was at a stop and did not get out and asked the boy if he was all right and sped off when he saw me reaching for my phone and tried talking to him.
How distasteful would it be to fill out one of those I saw you things in the Georgia Strait?
Yeah, right. I saw you hit a child.
No, but I saw you. We made eye contact just before I slammed into you with my Ford Ranger. Did you like me? I felt a connection as you were rolling over my hood.
So that's fucking pretty crazy.
That's nuts. That's sick shit.
Yeah.
Especially getting out to make sure you're okay before leaving, or just rubbing your face. I don't know.
It's just fucked up.
This isn't going to end. Around. This isn't going to end until it ends badly. It's going to be it's a scary story now. It's going to be a sick one by the time this is done.
Yeah, it's the fact that it happened to 2 different people. That's just fucking crazy.
I don't hope it's the beginning of something. I really don't. Because that's scary and nuts.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a lot of good crazy in Canada lately. We've been nice and tame since the MacArthur thing. I don't want another one popping up.
No. That is just fucking nuts. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it when that came up today. I'm just like, holy shit, that actually is happening? Holy crap.
That really doesn't surprise me. We haven't had a good sicko in a while. I'm sure we're due for one. There's reports of a possible serial killer working in Vancouver right now. Unconfirmed, but
that's exciting.
A woman, I won't get into this, we're going to wrap up quick here, but a woman, do you know where Crab Park is?
Not off the top of my head, no.
All right, basically on the Vancouver side of the port, there's a park that just takes up a large chunk of, on the east side of the Seabus terminal.
Yeah.
Very big park, extends almost all the way to Second Narrows Bridge.
Oh, that park. Yeah, I know that park well. Okay.
Not New Brighton Park, but Crab Park. A woman saw a bag, and apparently it contained a pair of hip-high boots with the legs in it. And as she was running away from the park, a man stopped her and was like, "I hope you didn't see what I think you saw." And she saw a tree with a bloody rope on it and bloody clothes on the ground and the hooker legs in the bag and has reported it to police. And that's some gross shit.
Yeah. Somebody else posted a video from a security camera from across the street of their house. Of a vehicle that literally went across the other side of the road and sideswiped, full-on sideswiped a parked vehicle on the opposite side of the road and kept going.
Wow.
You can tell that they didn't mean to because as soon as they hit it, the vehicle slows down.
Yeah.
Well, they slow down, they're like, oh, shit, just hit the guy, but then they just turn around and keep going.
Jesus.
Yeah, Milton's turning into a fucking shithole.
Be careful when you're walking out there, walkers.
Yeah.
And maybe don't let your kids ride their bikes too much near the side of the road. Or be with them or something.
Yeah, put them on the sidewalk. We're safe, unfortunately.
That's scary shit. Gregor Robertson must just be loving it. Like, I told you needed bike lanes everywhere. You didn't listen.
Fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy.
That's really creepy. Please keep following that for me and let me know what happens. I guarantee it's not over. There's something crazy going to happen.
Yeah, I'm interested to find out how this ends up panning out.
That's small town Canada for you.
Yep.
Always someone, some Mormon got told to do something evil.
It's just funny because, when you flip through the rest of this page, it's like, hey, I have a back tattoo that needs refreshing ASAP. Can you help me out? Hey, guys, I want to know if anybody has a spare bicycle. I need a bicycle. Don't want to pay over $80. Hey, what if everybody has a toaster oven? Some dude just hit my kid. Craziness.
All right, calm down and tell me where you're at with the toaster oven. Okay, now you're kidding.
Oh, it's just funny. There you go. Yeah, so interesting thing.
That is scary.
People getting fucking hit. Yeah, just fucking nuts.
And anybody around the world, around the country, around the city, around the province, let Gord and I know about your crazy shit. If there's something crazy going on in your town, even it doesn't have to be in the paper. Just you saw some crazy shit and you don't know who to tell Eric and Gord, and we will investigate. And I'd love to hear about it. By investigate, I mean pretty much sit here and talk about it and then hope it goes away. But yeah, let us know because I know that's not the only story weird that's going on in Canada. There's always something weird going on. But that's really disturbing, actually.
Yeah, just a bag of fucking craziness.
And as temperatures get higher, salaries get lower, people get crazier.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no denying. People are just flat out fucked.
And in a time where militarily and economically we don't know where we stand in the world stage, people's brains start to get a little more crazy. They get a little more in their own head and start thinking that, they get all Travis Brickley on people, you know?
Yeah.
The taxi driver.
No, I actually got that reference.
We do, and that happens. That's the true thing. I'm trying to be a little bit comical, but also tell the truth. It's a very schizo time, and craziness breeds craziness, you know. And when you see someone like Trump saying just his fucking happy-go-lucky shit, whatever, saying whatever he wants off the top of his head, crazy people take that to mean that it's okay to let their freak flag fly, and he can be as crazy as he wants. I can too. Woo! But their crazy is actual crazy, not just getting votes crazy. And they go out and kill people thinking, oh, the president's going to love it if I do this. I guarantee some brown women die this year. Some sick motherfucker is going to kill some brown woman in the name of the president because he totally misunderstood what he meant.
Yeah, completely.
It always happens. I did it for you. Psycho.
Fucking crazy fuck.
They do. The ones that shot John Lennon, you know, they do it because they think people want to. The one that he tried to kill Ronald Reagan because he thought Jodie Foster would fall in love with him. Which is weird. That didn't make any sense at all, but that's what he thought. It's always something like that. But these people like Trump that spark it. And I'm not being funny. That's true. Like Trump says, brown girls should go back to their own country. And someone out there is crazy enough to fucking try and make it happen for him, trying to impress him. You got to be careful when you're someone in power saying this crazy shit, because crazy people think you mean it. So God forbid anything should happen. It will. It always does. So fuck you for that. But this is what happens. Think before you speak. You know, if you can't say anything worthwhile, join Nickelback.
Oh wow.
Anyway, I'm gonna leave it on that. I think.
Yeah. I'm fucking fading.
I can tell.
Yeah.
People don't say crazy shit when you're in power. Try to save each other. Try to be nice to each other. Easiest thing in the world. Please, for the love of all that's probably not holy but could be, take care of each other.
Let me see. There's got to be something good here. I did Don't Fuck Children the other day. Second to fuck Trudeau. Trump's a racist. How about man, I don't even know. Let's pray for an asteroid. There we go. Fuck it.
Yeah, I like it. Let's pray for an asteroid and fuck it.
It's got craters. We can fuck it.
I like it. Good night, everybody.
See ya.
You know what?